everybody, George here from GP Lifestyle, and in today's video, guys, I'll be counting out my top 5 best men's hairstyles for receding hairlines. Because not all of us have perfect hairlines, but we still want to have a good looking hairstyle. As always, gentlemen, there is a video summary with timestamps linked in the description if you guys like to review certain points on this list, and I'll be sure to leave a link to any item used in this video. Let's get started. Now, the first haircut on this list is what I recently had before I got my haircut, and I personally think it's a great starting point, and that is a fade with a side sweep. Now, the characteristics of this haircut are quite simple. As mentioned, you start off with a bald or skin fade on the sides, and you leave the top anywhere between 2 to 5 inches in length. And what you want to do here is you want to go with a side sweep with some volume in the front. And I personally think this is great if you have receding corners, because you can mask it fairly well with making it look as natural as possible without you actually looking like your hairline is receding and that you're actually trying to hide it, which is some of the key here. And I personally think this is obviously a bit more of a younger, trendier haircut, but I still think it's a great starting point. And I feel like a lot of guys now have their hair a bit longer, so because men's hairstyles have gotten a lot more popular. So I personally think this is a great alternative, just by having more of the focus being on the volume and on the front versus the hairline itself. Haircut number 2 on this list is great if you have dark curly hair, or even any kind of hair will work great with this hairstyle. The characteristics of this hairstyle is that it's uniform in length across anywhere between 1 to 3 centimeters in length, both the sides and the top, and it's just really cleaned up and neat. A great example of this haircut is Tom Ford. He likes to rock this sort of short, neat, and tidy haircut. Same length all throughout, but then again, you can push the top forward to make your forehead look a little bit more proportional. And here, you're really just owning up to the fact that, yeah, your hairline is going, but you still want to look great and maximize it without really looking like you're trying to just hang on to something that you really don't have anymore. And yes, this haircut can also go for black gentlemen, because I don't see a lot of hairstyles and hair videos out there for black men, but if you do have a receding hairline, keep it neat and tidy, and maybe also adding, let's say, a drop fade or a low fade with this is also a great option to also build in some structure on your sides if you're interested. Number 3 on this list, we're getting a little bit more extreme just in case your hair loss is starting to become not manageable, and that is to go with a buzz cut and a beard combination. Now, some of the characteristics of this haircut is quite simple. You go anywhere between 1 millimeter to 7 millimeters in length, and the key thing is your facial hair and your head hair is at the same length. A great example of who rocks this type of haircut is Jason Statham. Now, yes, he has obviously lost the majority of his hair, but he still knows how to look great using obviously his style and other assets. But when it comes to hairstyles, he likes to pair his beard with his with a buzz cut. And I personally think this is an excellent look, because with the beard, what it does, it draws the eye lower to your face, which actually makes your facial hair be more prominent, and it also adds a little bit more structure to your face, and you have a good seamless transition from your facial hair to your head hair, which is a very masculine look. And I personally think it's very clean, very simple, and if your hair has gotten to this point where there's no coming back, this is an excellent option in my opinion. Number 4 on this list is the haircut that I have right now, and that is a fade with a textured fringe. This is a great short haircut. It's very low maintenance, but it can still look great for either to have your receding corners, large forehead, or a receding hairline. The same thing as hairstyle number 1 on this list, you're going with a bald fade or skin fade or a fade all around with a 1 guard, and you're keeping the sides very structured, neat, and tidy, but on the top, you're leaving it anywhere between 2 to 3 centimeters in length, and you're basically brushing your hair forward, sort of like if you were to wear like a do-rag to get waves, but since I'm white, that's not happening. And basically what you're here doing, you're building a lot of texture, a lot of it, letting your hair's natural texture really shine, and you can put a little bit of product in the front to make it a little bit more lively. But the great thing here is that you can part the front to the side and make it have like a little bit of a Caesar, which is great if you have a big forehead. But the thing again here, this is very slick. Now if you compare it with the fade, you have very structured and very unstructured coming together. It's a very balanced haircut that is going to make your forehead look smaller. It's going to hide most of your hairline. You're still going to have a messy yet put together very easy hairstyle to do, which is awesome. Haircut number 5 on this list, I don't think a lot of guys consider a haircut, but that is to just go clean shaven. Now, you can keep a beard, but I personally think if your hair loss is to the point where none of these will work, clean shaven is the way to go, and don't be ashamed about shaving your head. And honestly, psychology says that men with shaven heads will look a little bit more dominant, a little more aggressive, so that's great. A great example of a guy who rocks a clean shaven head to the fullest is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You're not going to call him ugly and make fun of his hair loss because, well, he's The Rock. And this hairstyle is simple. It's great. I know it's not a hairstyle, but shaven is a form of facial hair, so for me it's a form of head hair as well. Don't quote me on this one. And the great thing here is that you can pair this with almost anything, any type of facial hairstyle, whether it's like a full beard, goatee, and look great. The great thing here is when you pair with facial hair, it again draws attention to the lower part of your face. We're not focusing a lot up here, it's a little bit lower. And if you pair with a great pair of frames, your face will look great, structured, and overall still masculine, even though you've lost your hair. It's not the end of the world, guys, but I know hair and confidence are associated together. And I personally think a lot of these options on this list can help you stay confident and look great and feel great about yourself, even if you're going through hair loss, because it is a part of life as a guy. There you guys have it. Those are my 5 best hairstyles for receding hairlines. If you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful, please drop a like and consider subscribing to the channel for more men's lifestyle content like this, along with style, grooming, dating and relationship advice, and overall confidence building videos to help you look better, dress better, act better, ultimately be better. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Peace.